Radio Dead Air, KRDA, Monday night. That was Hellk featuring Dragon Force doing an Ed Sheeran cover because this is the fucking internet and all things are possible. Go like and subscribe to him. He is on YouTube. He is phenomenal. Professor Elemental in at the end of time. Bare Naked Ladies looking up. Fashion Zombies, the Aquabats. We started with some Isle of Rangoon. Also go like and subscribe to them because they are fantastic. It's Monday night, Radio Dead Air, KRDA. We still have some time to go. So, you know, you guys love to harp on the Taylor Swift shit that I don't play Taylor Swift's music. And I've got good reason for that. Because she's not very good. And I don't mean her music's not very good. I mean, she's got this, like, tentacle armada of legal shit going on. Now, I'm going to set aside from all that consideration the sexual harassment lawsuit that, you know, yeah, perfectly justified on that one. No problems there. Absolutely, yeah. But good. I was 100% behind her on that one. But what I'm not beside her on, or behind her on, is every time it has to deal with her brand, she has this legal armada that goes out and does things in her name. And there's only so many times that can happen. Am I out of sync? I'm out of sync. I don't want to be out of sync. Stop it. You stop this, computer. You stop it now. God damn it. Put me back in sync this second. Are we going to do this tonight, computer? Because I ain't got time for your bullshit. Every time we get to about this point in the show, and let's try. Before I get back in my righteous little rant there, let's try unplug. Well, that stopped on a weird little point. Let's try replug. Plug me back in. Am I back in sync? I'm back in sync now. That worked. Hey, I need a better camera. We're gonna have to work on that. That's like low on the priority list of camera shit, but oh, come on. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Stupid thing. Yeah. New camera is on the low list of shit we have to take care of. But anyway, there's only so many times Taylor Swift can let her lawyers go after people and say, "Oh no, I that's just my legal team. They're doing stuff." Before it's like, "No, that's you, 'cause you pay them." So there's a blogger, small person, Megan Herning, wrote an article talking about Taylor Swift and the alt-right. Almost said alt-right. And it discusses that the fact that the alt-right has sort of latched on to Taylor Swift as their, yeah, I know. And what happened was a cease and desist letter claiming that the blog post was defamation. Now, lots of sites have talked about this. This is not an original thing this blogger did. Lots of sites have talked about how the alt-right has this unhealthy fascination with Taylor Swift. Lots of them. But this is a small person who can't really defend themselves, and they want this potentially bad information or bad take on Taylor Swift taken down. And the ACLU has jumped in on the side of the blogger. And now there's this shit going on. So if Taylor Swift didn't want this to blow up, too late, because now even I'm talking about it. And the implications are, if you say something bad about Taylor Swift, she'll sue you. Which is not how it works. There was nothing in the blog post that was a lie. It was just an analysis of a situation. And yeah, the alt-right, they kind of like Taylor Swift a little too much. Does Taylor Swift believe what they believe? But the alt-right really likes Taylor Swift. That's kind of true. You can't say it's defamation when you have these little weirdos. You can address it. You could say, I don't want them to be my fans. But you can't just sick your lawyers on people. And she does this a lot. She's done this with anything regarding her brand. She shut down a podcast once or an episode of a podcast because they recited, did not sing, but for the purpose of a discussion about Taylor Swift, they recited some of her lyrics. And the legal team jumped on them, and they didn't have the resources to fight back, so that episode of the podcast had to be junked. Because it was a copyright thing. And people can say awful things about you online. Trust me, I know. They're allowed to do that. Now, you're allowed some recourse, but when you have these ferocious defenders of your brand, it kind of makes people like me not want to have a fuck to do with your music and what you're doing, because that's creepy shit. And especially trying to, here are my lawyers, here am I. They're two different things. I don't control my lawyers. They do things and I give them money, but I have no control. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't. Of course, for a happier little chuckle side of this, someone who actually was courting the worst side of things and fucked up completely. Papa John! You seen this last week? Now, first off, I want to say I got a very warm feeling out of all of this thing that happened, because I feel it brought us all closer together. Everyone online who I talked to about this, I felt a kinship and a bond to them. And here's a reason why. I found out that everyone hates Papa John's pizza just as much as I do, and I love you. I utterly love you for that. No one likes Papa John's, even before the shit. So here's a basic breakdown of what happened. Papa John decided to hop online and open his mouth and say, because players were kneeling at the NFL, and because viewers had stopped watching the NFL because of this, that Papa John's had lost a large amount of money from sales. How do you know this? Does these two things were connected? I mean, seriously, there was no definitive charts or numbers or polls. This came directly from the anus of Papa John. He just reached right in there and boom, pulled that shit out. It's like, well, because people aren't watching the NFL because of those people kneeling on the NFL, we're not making money, so fuck you. So what happened next was Pizza Hut said, we haven't seen any dip in sales. We're doing fine. And bunches of other people, pizza, were like, yeah, what are you doing wrong? We're fine with the rest of, we're cool. What's wrong with you, Papa John? And then, because Papa John had done this, in comes the Daily Stormer. Which, in case you've forgotten, it's the Nazis. In come the Nazis, who, because Papa John was was disparaging the NFL for players protesting police brutality against black people, because of this, the Daily Stormer has declared Papa John is the official pizza of the alt-right. It's Nazis. See, when you take the same position as the racists decide you are one of them. And they bring you into, and they take you in their flabby alt-white bosom. And they cradle you. And you can't get away. Because you are an idiot. So now we have Papa John is having to backpedal furiously and say, I don't want racists eating my pizza. Except now it's like, okay, Papa John, we get you. We don't want to eat your pizza. Even better, there was like fucking people like, oh, let's own the libs and let's eat the fucking pizza. I'm like, go for it. You want to eat the shitty pizza? Have fun? I quite often experience gastrointestinal distress from Papa John's. And I have many issues with Papa John's. Let's talk about aside from politics, let's talk about our issues with Papa John's. What's with the pepper? What's with the pepper in the box? What the fuck is that about? Does anyone ever eat the fucking pepper in the Papa John's box? Every time I've got involved, had Papa John's, no one's ever eaten the pepper. But, no one ever takes the pepper out of the box. So when they put the Papa John's in the fridge, and they have the leftovers, which, oh God, Papa John's is the worst leftovers. Of all the different kinds of pizzas, reheat or eat cold as leftovers, Papa John's is the worst. It's like you eat Papa John's, like, oh God, this is bad. How could it get any worse? And then you eat it cold, and it's like, oh God, it gets worse. Nobody ever takes the pepper out of the box. So you open the box out of the fridge, and there's just like this shriveled up, sad pepper in there that no one's definitely going to eat. So you got to throw the pepper away. What's the fucking point of the pepper? Because goddamn, what's the fucking point of the pepper? And also, there's like a philosophy in fast food that there's one thing on the menu you can't fuck up. And that is chicken nugget / tenders / chunks / whatever the fuck they are. That's sort of like the universal thing among fast food. The one thing you can't fuck up is the chicken nuggets. Papa John's fucks up the chicken nuggets. I don't know what these things are called. They're like poppers or chicken tastiers or whatever chicken things. Papa John's fucks them up because they look at a distance. If you squint, they look like chicken tenders. But what they actually are is chunks of chicken inside room temperature rubbery skin bags. They're like testicles, but worse. Because they're about this big, and they're moist too. They're not crispy, not even a little bit. They're kind of moist and squidgy. They're rubbery, you know? Worse than McDonald's nuggets? Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. You know. And I found out why. Someone actually told me that this is why this happens. They don't fry them. They don't cook them. They don't bread them. What they do is they bake them in the same oven as the pizza. You fucked it up. You fucked it. You fucked it up. Look, you can do fried chicken or you can do baked chicken. You can't do fried baked chicken. It doesn't. This not how. They're awful. They're so bad. And you think, well, that's okay. The sauce will make it better. Papa John's has the worst ranch sauce. It does. It's like milk. It's like spicy milk. It has like you dip the nuggets into sauce and it's like you dipped it in milk with like ranch spices in it. And it drips off. I've never had ranch dressing that was like watery, but the Papa John's ranch sauce is watery. It's awful. How do you screw up ranch? You make it watery. It's nasty. Ranch should have at least like some consistency to it, like a ketchup level of consistency. Maybe even I will go so far as to say Heinz 57 level of consistency. Not milk That's not, you fucked up your sauce. Papa John's fucked up everything. So they deserve this, not just because Papa John is an asshole. And if you want to just look up Papa John asshole, just don't look up the image of it, but look up Papa John asshole and you'll find out so many different ways where Papa John is an asshole. Like, especially when the Affordable Care Act came out. Wow, what an asshole. But it's shitty food. Don't eat it. Don't eat the shitty food. It's shitty because now the Nazis love the shitty food. Let them have it. I want Nazis. The only people who should eat Papa John's is Nazis because they deserve it. They deserve that to happen to them. Let them eat the moist, rubbery chicken testicles. That's good for them. Let that happen, okay? Because, ooh, buddy, you can have those. You are welcome to them. Absolutely. All right, so now that I've talked about moist, rubbery chicken testicles, that's in your head now. That's in you keep that. You can have it. It's free. That's yours. Now that we've talked about moist, rubbery chicken testicles, it's time for some pushing up roses. Cause that's she's gonna kill me. Anyway, let's watch. She does stuff. Radio Dead Air.
Hey everyone, Pushing Up Roses here. Today I'm going to be taking a look at A Mortician's Tale and its role in the death positive movement. There's a lot to unload here.